Okay, back with hot stocks. So pull up some of the jewelry stocks for you. They've had a bit of a frenzy over the last few sessions. So a TBZ, for example, while maybe down close to 2.5% in today's session, has had a good run for the last few days. I mean, you had an odd Goenka diamond or a Thangamul jewelry as well, which have done reasonably okay for the last 2 or 3 days or 4 days. A jewelry company coming out of this IPO, the issue opens today. And as promised, Rajiv Seth, the CMD of Tara Jewels, joins us on the show to talk about what's the issue is all about, what is it that they need the money for, and how's the company likely to do in the months or the years ahead. Good having you, Rajiv. Thanks so much for taking the time out.
Thank you for having me over.
Of course, and of course, we wish you all the best for the issue. But give us a sense of, one, what do you need the money for, and how has the progress for Tara Jewels been over the last couple of years, and how do you see it going up over the next, say, 12 to 18 months?
So the funds that we are raising predominantly is for expansion plans. So we are adding another 20 stores to our existing 30 stores pan-India. The company has been performing as per plan in terms of its exports as well as its retail. Markets are looking very good. World over, especially in India, the jewelry market, especially diamond-studded jewelry market, is looking excellent and is growing rather rapidly year after year.
Okay, so how has your growth been over the last, say, 2 years or 3 years, and do you expect the same run rate to continue?
We are a company that basically believes in a sustainable model, a scalable and sustainable model. We have been maintaining a growth of roughly about 20%, and very much in the activities that we are now currently involved, we intend going down that path.
Okay, you've spoken about how you're going to be repaying some of your loan and setting up retail stores on account of the money that you raised by this. So what is the bifurcation there? How much money goes into that?
So out of the total amount being raised, 50 crores is being repaid to debt. So the banks are being repaid out of that. And the balance is entirely towards growth of stores.
How much debt do you have on the books?
Currently we are at around 330.
Okay.
And the rest of the money that goes into stores is going to add about 20 new stores that are spread across the north part of India and central India. 20 new stores.
Okay, so let's just split it up. You said you have a debt of 330 crores, if I'm not wrong, on the books right now. Assuming that the issue gets subscribed fully, and you are able to pay off 50 crores of the debt. Post on the diluted equity and post repaying 50 crores of debt, what does your debt equity ratio come to?
I don't know whether we've actually disclosed that yet, so I don't want to say anything that is not in our RHP, so I'd refrain away from that.
So let's come to the other part, your rollout of the 20 new stores that you said. What does that bring your overall store size across India to?
Yeah. So currently we have 30 stores. They are predominantly in the west, in central and north part of India. We will add another 20, so that will take our total count up to 50 stores by the end of this financial year.
Okay, and would there be plans to raise further stores, because everybody's talking about the retail boom coming in, lots of jewelry companies are talking about that.
Yeah.
What's the eventual game plan over the next 18 months?
To be able to sustain a growth pattern within what we are doing.
But in terms of the number of stores?
Also to be able to try and sustain that pattern right across for a few years.
Okay.
Keep in mind this is a highly scalable model.
Sure.
The size of stores cater to basically the mid-income group. So distribution and networking right across pan-India is going to be a very important factor for us. Therefore, those sort of formats is what we are going to stay with within jewelry clusters, standalone stores, so not shop-in-shop concepts, not shop-in-mall concepts, all in jewelry clusters, all in high street locations. So that's the pattern that we are building on. It's a low-cost structure so that there is a quick break-even point.
Right. So between domestic and exports, what will be the breakup like going forward? What is it today?
Today, the company has done 1,400 crores of total revenue, of which 80%, approximately 80% comes from exports.
And that's going to change going forward? I mean,
definitely the thrust is Retail.
Okay.
So just give us a sense. I'm thinking from an 18-month perspective. I'm guessing that the margins are higher in the retail business, domestic retail business, compared to the export business.
Definitely. It's manufacturing and retail, both profits put together.
So Tara, 18 months down the line, compared to where we are, and I'm not asking for a figure. I'm not, because you can't disclose for obvious reasons, but I'm not asking for a figure. But what's the eventual game plan in terms of how your operating margins stay up? Do you believe that over the next 12 to 18 months, there can be a sustainable improvement in EBITDA margins by virtue of you increasing your retail thrust?
Absolutely. And that's what the company is focusing on. Exactly the point that you brought up.
Right now, your margins we've given to understand are 10%, which is
9.8.
So that's a bit of a discount to the industry average compared to your peers. So how much do you think the industry average? I mean, how much can margins scale up by over the next 2 to 3 years? You think?
You can look at an improvement definitely of between 20 to 30%.
Okay. Lastly, just a couple of other points as well. I think your RHP states, if I'm not wrong, that you're involved in some legal proceedings which cumulatively allowed to return a little over 45 crores. I think service tax issues and customs issues. Do these get resolved in the near term?
Yeah, they are already in the process. If you take them cumulatively, against the company is only around 15 or 16 crores, and the company is claiming some claims of roughly about 31 crores.
Okay. And any other legal hassles? Because there was a talk of you having to resolve issues which could be northwards of 150 to 200 crores.
No, nothing like that. Nothing at all. I think people are misreading million rupees as crore.
Sure.
So the figures are exactly what you said. Your figures are perfectly right.
All right. What about Swarovski's investment in your company?
There's a company by the name of Crystalon, which is an arm of Daniel Swarovski, which is the crystal giants in the world. They've invested in the entire pre-IPO of the company. So they invested 40.5 crores into the company. And we look forward to having them as serious shareholders in our company.
Great, Rajiv. Really good having you. Thanks so much for taking the time out. All the best with the issue. We'll, of course, talk to you post your listing as well. But thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's Tara Jewels with what the issue is all about, what they need the money for, and what's the company likely to do. Tell you what, take a quick break. We come back with stock recommendations.